Welcome back to the channel. So we are looking at VinFast, which is the new automotive manufacturer based out of Vietnam that will be setting up, shop in the United States in 2022. So they did their official, unveiling of the VF8 and VF9 at the New York Auto Show, and it was with a lot of enthusiasm that the public and also the automotive press welcomed the new auto manufacturer. A lot of things are going for this manufacturer. To begin with, the very sleek design of the models that they're offering, and then the technology package that is encompassed in the vehicles, the performance numbers, they are also all very quite impressive, but there have been some reservations about the company, not least of which is the type of manner in which they want to deal with the battery situation. So you don't actually own the battery, at least for the initial vehicles that will be sold. You will be leasing the battery from the company. So you buy the car, but you don't own the battery. That way you have to pay a monthly subscription fee to VinFast. The VinFast says that this is to cover any warranty issues or any problems you might encounter with the battery, even if it drops below 70% charge over the course of the lease. Then you just have to show up at their dealership, and then they will swap out your battery for a brand new one. So that's a new model. I don't know how they came up with that, if they held some focus groups, but a lot of people are very skeptical about buying a vehicle with a component so deeply integrated with the functioning of the vehicle and yet not own it. Speaking of the battery, of course. So that new model is it's I don't know if the American public is ready yet to accept that. Now, the other thing that they talked about is the charging situation. So when you buy the vehicles, you get a complimentary charge from Electrify America. But surprisingly, that limits it to just two charges. So what's that like? What, maybe $50, $60 for a vehicle that costs upward of 45,000 to $60,000. I think they should have been a little bit more generous and said maybe unlimited charging for the first 3 months when you own the vehicle, but limiting it to just two charges, that is really I don't think people will like that a lot. The other thing that is a sticking point is that when you acquire these vehicles, they come with a bonus that they give to the initial people who purchase the vehicles. But then again, you look at comparable vehicles in the market at this price range, you see that they offer quite a few amenities, and it's still unclear how VinFast hopes to catch up to other companies. I'm thinking like Tesla, that has a very robust supercharger network. When you're leasing the battery from VinFast, they only make accommodation for, if you take the lower tier of leasing, they give accommodation only for about 310 miles a month, I think. Whereas the average commute is way more than that for the average American each month. 310, I mean, that's what some people do in maybe 2 days of commuting. So it's just very little compared to the amount of money that customers are supposed to lay out there. But as you guys can see on your screen, it's a very beautiful vehicle, very powerful. It checks almost all the boxes, but it comes with some restrictions that really make it very difficult to compromise and make it competitive, especially in the American market. I believe they will also come with the federal tax credits, because This is a brand new company. They don't have any history of using up any of those federal tax credits, and with huge batteries like they have, that should amount to quite a bit. I think it goes up to like $7,500. So that amounts to quite a bit in reducing the total cost of ownership of the vehicle. But like I said, the one thing that will really get people to think twice and scrutinize VinFast is just that when you're leasing the battery on the cheaper tier, you don't get enough mileage per month, and then also that you don't actually own the battery, at least for the launch customers. You're just basically leasing the battery from the company. Interior looks really nice. I mean, the reviews from the New York Auto Show were very positive, except for those two sticking points: not owning the battery, and then the amount of range you are allowed when leasing the battery on the cheaper tier. Now, the good thing too with this company, like I said, they will be coming with jobs. So if you go under careers right here on their website, for some reason that doesn't want to come up first, you have to almost reload the page, and then the second time it comes up, click for search for jobs, and there you have jobs mostly in California. You have accounting associate. They don't put the amount of remuneration that they give or advantages, so you would have to call them, talk with them, and maybe if they grant you an interview, then you guys might start talking compensation. Application development manager, enterprise information manager, that's a whole bunch of IT jobs. And then you have commercial real estate manager, I believe, to manage the brick and mortar stores. Finished vehicle transport manager, that's in Irvine, California. Parts pricing manager, client advisor in store. So I think that would be a sales person position. One in Berkeley, one in San Diego, one in San Mateo, Santa Monica, Berkeley, Commerce, San Diego. So yeah, they are actually coming with jobs. I won't be surprised that some of these positions are already being filled, but some of the principals, I believe, are all in New York for the auto show. And once that is over, then I think we will start seeing most of these jobs on here disappear as they start hiring people. So that's what I had to share with you guys about VinFast. They already met with authorities in North Carolina. I think their global vice president. So just keep your ears peeled. If things start moving, then they will be having groundbreaking soon on the new factory they intend to build. So we wish the company luck, and hopefully they can make it into the stock market where they can raise some cash to actually support their US operations. So we're watching closely. They've done the filing, and we will see if everything goes according to plan when the IPO will take place. And this is interesting because it's a proven manufacturer, and the Singapore-based holding company is active in many sectors, and I don't think this is a company that gets into any venture without the drive and the resolve to succeed. So I definitely think they will be able to make huge difference once they get an IPO and then they start selling their models in the United States. Thanks for joining me, guys. Consider hitting the like button below and subscribing to the channel. I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.